Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to begin by going over our 4-4 solution from the previous day, which is 16, 17, 18, and 19. And then your first task for today is going to be going over or figuring out solving 20, 21, 22, and 23 using only 4-4s. So today I'm going to share with you my strategy for the 4-4s for 16 through 19. For 16, I used 4/10 times 44 minus 4. So 44 minus 4 is 40. 40 times 4/10 is 16. Okay. 17, I did 4 divided by 4, and I put that in parentheses, plus 4 times 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. 18, I did 44 times 0.4, or 4/10, plus 4/10. And using the order of operations, you always multiply before you add. So if I did 44 times 4/10, 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1, that's 16, that'd be 17, and 1 decimal place, so I move it 1 decimal place over, that'd be 17 and 6/10, plus my 4/10, and if I add that, well, that's 10, that'd be 0, add the 1, that would be 8, and put my decimal, that would be 18. So that makes 18. And then for 19, I used a combination of different things. I used 4 exclamation mark, which again, remember, is 24. It's 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. So 24 minus 4, and then I did minus, and I used 2 4s to make a fraction this time of 4/4. So 24 minus 4 is 20, minus 4/4, which is 1, so 20 minus 1 is 19. So there's my solution for 16 through 19 using only 4/4s, and this time we made a decimal, or not a fraction out of it as well. So your first task for today is go and try the best you can to solve for 20, 21, 22, and 23 using only the 4/4s. The next task is we're going to go over solving the card trick, okay? I saw a lot of people, hopefully you didn't get too frustrated trying to figure it out. I loved hearing the solutions and everything, but here we go. So the pattern is, and I know it's backwards for you guys, but your cards should go ace, 6, 2, 10, 3, 7, 4, 9, 5, 8. And if you do it that way, and we put them down, and they're in that order, should go flip over an ace, underneath should be a 2, underneath a 3, underneath a 4, underneath 5, underneath 6, underneath 7, underneath 8, underneath 9, and 10. So if you put them in that order, hopefully you should have figured out the pattern. Now, if you really want a challenge, we're not going to go over a solution to this. You can do the same thing, but then you start where it's an ace, and then you go 1, 2 cards underneath. Then it should be a 2. It's not in that order, but in this case it's a 4. But now try, if you really like that challenge, try where you have to put 2 cards underneath, and then do a 2. And then put 2 cards underneath and see if you can get a 4 and figure out that pattern. Okay? Good job, boys and girls. Hope you're having fun. Alright, the next task we're going to do is look at the couple problems that I gave you to try to solve yesterday and post. So here's the number grid again, and your challenge yesterday was to add up all the numbers 1 through 100 in the grid. And you could have done just 1 plus 2 plus 3 and went through and added them all. and see what you got, but that would have taken a really long time. Or you could have, if you found a pattern, like maybe going columns or rows, see what each column or row added up to and see if you found a pattern that way. But one of the fastest ways was discovered by a man named Gauss, and he discovered that if you take the beginning number and the end number and add them together, you get 101. Well, if you keep that pattern going, 99 plus 2 is 101, 98 plus 3 is 101, and you keep that pattern going all the time for 50 numbers, really the only thing you have to do, because there's 50 groups of 101 in the number grid 1 to 100. So the only thing you really have to solve in here is you have to solve for the number, you have to solve that's 50 times 101. So if you do that, your first one's going to be 0 of everything, and then 5 times 1 is 0, 5 times 0 is 0, and 5 times 1 is 5. So you would have gotten a total of 5,050. So all the numbers in a number grid, 1 to 100, add up. It's 50 groups of 101 that you just have to solve is 5,050. And I'll include a link to a YouTube video explaining and going a little more in depth about Frederick Gauss and how he came up with that. He was kind of a prodigy math genius at a very young age. Another game, or your next task for today that you're going to play is called Poison. It's with you need you and one other person, a family member, brother, sister, sibling, or somebody else. It's called Poison. Whoever says the number 21 wins. There's a certain strategy and numbers that you need to hit in order to be the one to say 21. So here, and you can only say up to 2 numbers at a time. So it's going to look a little funny. I'm going to play this by myself. But so if one person's over here and they say 1, and the next person says 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and then you say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then you'd say 21, and this person won because they're the one that said 21. So when you're playing, and play it a couple times, because there are certain numbers you want to say in order to guarantee that you win. See if you can figure out what those numbers are, and I'll share those strategies with you in tomorrow's video. If you really like those, you can try saying up to 3 numbers at a time, and then it changes what pattern of numbers you have to land on. Have fun, boys and girls. Next task for today is going to play a game called Ray Ray. How you play Ray Ray is keep it on easy, start on easy, and you have to click on these guys, and everyone that's right next to the one you click stands up, and your goal is you need to get them all to stand up. So if I click here, and once they all stand up, they flash their little tummies, and then they run away. And the goal is you want to do it in the least amount of moves as possible, and after you beat all the levels on easy, it'll give you a rank from A through F, and obviously A is better, F is the worst rank, and then you can try again and try and increase your rank. When you're done and you beat it, take a screenshot of it and upload it to Seesaw and show me how many moves it took you to beat Ray Ray. Have fun.